we're going live. Hey, what's up, guys? Snow's here, and we're going live. Yep, we're going live for the AMD event, which starts in about 14 minutes. Now, as is, I wanted to have somewhere to read chat, and I don't have it on my display because I'm still at the office and I don't have my whole streaming set up. But I do have my phone, so this is where I'm gonna read all the chats. So what's up, Brandon the anime guy? What's up, Rich68? How you doing? Who else we got in chat? Bitcom, what's up? Motorizon, thank you very much for being here. Island Dread, Lex Luthor, as always. You know, it's Lex Luthor. Skip the survey. Oh, is it gonna start playing off my phone? Yes, so I'm gonna have to. There you go. All right, so I'm going back all the way up from the chat. What up, Snows? How are you? I think that if AMD can nail similar or better performance for a couple of hundred less than NVIDIA, it's GG's for raw performance. Let me tell you something, okay? Ever since we heard that AMD scrapped their dual chiplet GPU, like basically two compute chiplets, I kind of been thinking that it's almost impossible for them to match the performance of, let's say, a 4090, for the simple fact that their compute die is so small in comparison. So, like the what's it called? The image leaked today on videocards.com. Angstronomics actually leaked it. The compute die is so small, I don't think it's gonna match the 4090. What I think AMD is going to target is probably beating that 4080 12 gig that was canceled, or the 4080, which is doable. Plus, it's probably going to be like, you know, $1,000 and less. Hopefully, they don't have the same price of entry. So for the 4000 series right now, it's $900. I hope it's not going to be $900. I mean, I understand that AMD is a big company and, you know, they're not our friends, but I really just hope it's not $900. For a couple less, but relatively, so performance per dollar, I think AMD is going to beat NVIDIA for sure. It's going down, 23,000 people waiting on the AMD YouTube channel. Let me check. Hey, what's up, Arfu Zaman, Mike P, hello. Serial Port, how you doing? Will Gart, as usual. Do I? Oh, focus peaking is on. Sorry, my camera's all the way. I have to turn it off. Give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead and. Wait, I want to. Oh, that's the LUT. What is?
This is the best.
Yeah. Wait, what's happening? Is it false color? There you go. I am no longer high. How are you guys? I just want to spend a few bucks less and run my 1440 ultra wide. You definitely will be able to. Someone looks super excited. Amen, Zazombazo. What? AMD? What? My man Zach, what's up? How you doing? Gabriel F, what's up? How you doing? So you guys got any questions? You can put it down in chat. I'll be answering until the event starts, which is in about 10 minutes. Yes, AI frame and ray tracing are still not there. AMD's not gonna bring that out. They don't have a strong enough AI ecosystem, in my opinion. I think they're gonna focus on it this generation. I think we're gonna see way better AI and, you know, better dedicated hardware for AI. I don't think we're gonna see anything close to frame generation. Hey, maybe we'll have like FSR 3 or something. Yeah, I'm going back down to the live chat. I love your tech channel. Thank you very much, Nelson Lopez. It's greatly appreciated. I have a red glow effect on anything shiny on me. Is it still happening? It shouldn't be happening anymore. Here, if I look at the... Yeah, it's still there. You can still see here. You see this? This is called focus assist. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, now it should be fixed. Now I'm pretty sure it's fixed. It's done. There you go. No more red. It's all good. Whew! It's called focus assist. It's in the camera. It helps you focus. All right. You do have red glowing eyes. You thought it was an AMD to homage to AMD. That's pretty cool. Beard eyes. Yeah. There's about 7 minutes left. Hold on, maybe. Yeah, I should probably just refresh this page. And I'll be on the... Yeah, 4 minutes and 42 seconds. Sorry about that. So we got 4 minutes until it starts. Fixed. 76 brothers and sisters waiting on AMD. Indeed. What do you want to see in this presentation besides GPU release? Updates on FSR, maybe something like NVIDIA broadcast, but I highly doubt we're going to see something like this. Oof. What else? Really just a broader feature set. Because if AMD beats NVIDIA in raster performance, it's raster performance. It's fine. As long as the price is good, then AMD can shine. But if the price is not good, they need broader feature sets to sell me on their GPUs. I mean, they already sold me on this one. Hey, Shadow Juarez, thank you very much for the $5. It's greatly appreciated. 3 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and make myself tiny so that we can be there when everything happens. Hi, Snows. What's up, Indian Army? Shobu, you're cool. Keep being cool. Thank you very much. Proprietary cures. Prices will not be that, well, no, to be good. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be amazing. AMD is a company. You know, they have money to make. So I don't think it's going to be great pricing. They're not desperate. The 6000 series was a success. I just hope that $900 is not the price of entry. And I kind of have a feeling that's what they're going to do. They're going to be like, oh, well, NVIDIA did it, so we can do that too. Can I make a video with all of my outros, like the Marvel ending? Like a snap and half of them are gone? Sure. RDNA 3, I have a flight at 4 a.m. Timing is abominable. Nah, sorry about that, man. Predict release date now. The leaks have been saying December 1st to December 5th. I'm not sure if that's like the review embargo when like people are allowed to actually talk about the GPU, and maybe it will release a little bit later, but it has to be like early to mid-December. It can't be any further than that. You know, it's the holiday season. Will we get a teaser for 7000X3D? Highly doubt it. Forget it. It's not gonna happen. CES, maybe we'll get something like a 7000X3D, but not during this event. Also, what's up? Mike P, Chemical Arts, hello. John Philip Tan, hello. Rico Garza. It might happen though. What might happen? What's up, Space Bar Wast? Seeing you every time. Very cool. Thank you very much for being here. All right, guys, we got Does the music keep going when I... Yeah, okay, the music keeps going. I think AMD will drop the ball on pricing again. I think so too. You know, inflation and everything, everybody's like trending their prices upwards. AMD did do a Giga Chad move though. Yesterday, or I think today, they dropped the prices of the 5000 series. So a 5600X, which used to be $300, is now $160. 5800X 3D, which was $450, is now $329. Like, this changes a lot of the reviews for CPUs. The 5800X 3D is the same price as the 7600X, and it's I believe faster in gaming, or about as fast in gaming, but also it's an 8-core. I don't know. I would have to, you know, think about it, and I think that's a video that I'm going to make for tomorrow. I'm going to build 3 systems with the 3 most. 40 seconds. I'm going to build systems and then I'm going to compare them. So let's go back to the event. Let me know if the volume of the event is fine. I think I might have to pump it up a little bit. They needed to do something. Yes, I could not find 400 minimum. I don't know what to tell you. On the AMD website, it's 329. A difficult period awaits you with many tests happening. Yeah, that's for sure. Special features on RX 7000. What's that? Oh, I'm talking about like an update on FSR, or update on noise suppression, or something like background removal, like NVIDIA has with NVIDIA Broadcast. All right, it's gonna start soon. Starting soon. You gotta wait a couple minutes. I bought the 5700X for $199. Yes, that one was a really good deal. Although I believe it's based on Renoir, which means that you have less cash. Oh, what's going on? Do I have to refresh? Here you go. Go back live. All right. Let me know if the volume's fine. Really? Sonic Frontiers? Louder. Perfect. Let me know I can go higher. I have 25% left in What's up, Mama Sue?
Welcome, and thank you all for joining us today. It's so exciting to be here back in Las Vegas in person. So thank you all for joining us.
No problem.
Being part of our audience, and also welcome to all of you who are joining us online from around the world. So are you excited for today?
Yeah, baby!
We have some amazing new products to show you, so let's go ahead and get started. And you guys all know us well. At AMD, we're all about high performance and adaptive computing, and really using technology to create solutions to the world's most important challenges. Now, whether you're talking about cloud services, or 5G networks, or AI, or automotive, or PCs,
should be good now.
AMD technology is truly everywhere, touching the lives of billions of people every single day. Now, we're in an incredibly busy time for AMD. It's an incredible period of innovation. We're in the midst of introducing actually 4 new architectures to the market across more than a dozen products. So if you look at it, we started with the Ryzen 7000 launch in September, and many of you joined us there. Next week, we're gonna bring Zen 4 to high-end server processors, and then soon after that to notebook PCs. And we also have our Zen 4 C core optimized for cloud-native computing, and our next-gen XDNA architecture that are gonna launch in 2023. But of course, today, it's all about gaming, and we're here to talk about our next-generation gaming architecture with RDNA 3. So now just a minute about gaming, right? We all love gaming. Gaming is really in AMD's DNA. And when you look through 2025, we're expecting 3.5 billion gamers in the world. And our goal is really to push the limits of gaming innovation to really provide the best solutions across the board together with all of our gaming partners. So whether you're talking about developers creating new games and experiences, or you're talking about the companies that are serving the content, or you're playing your games on your devices, or you're a streamer that are really trying to stream those experiences to other gamers, our mission is to bring you the best experience possible for all of your gaming platforms. Now, Ryzen processors and Radeon graphics are really at the heart of all of the world's most popular gaming devices, including the top gaming PC OEM systems, cloud gaming services, Sony PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Valve Steam Deck. We're also bringing gaming to automotive with the newest generation of Teslas. And of course, for all of the folks out there who are building your own PCs, we love the DIY market for all of the PCs that you build. Now, when you think about that, why is gaming so important to AMD? It's really all about pushing the envelope on innovation. Just over a month ago, we launched our next generation desktop PC processor, the Ryzen 7000 series, which was really the most advanced processors for gamers and creators. And the response has been really incredible. We have leadership performance per watt, we have phenomenal gaming and creative performance, and it's all enabled by our new Zen 4 core in 5 nanometer. Now, with Ryzen 7000, we also launched our next generation AM5 desktop platform, which has all of the latest I/O, and we're committing to delivering socket longevity on that through 2025 and beyond for lots of future upgrades. And we also know that people love AM4, and AM4 is going to continue for a long, long time. And for there, Ryzen 7 5800 X3D is also a fantastic choice for gamers. Now, today, it's all about the next generation of Radeon graphics and how we deliver the future of gaming with the world's most advanced graphics architecture, RDNA 3. So let me start and tell you a little bit about RDNA 3. We really set truly ambitious goals for RDNA 3. And as you know, at the forefront for what we're doing is it's all about power and energy efficiency. And we want to make sure that we continue to innovate around performance per watt leadership to enable all of the gamer upgrades to be done with fantastic performance, but at a reasonable power. And we also wanted to significantly raise the bar in performance to support the next generation of 4K gaming and beyond, and really recognize that there are a lot of faster and higher resolution displays. And then finally, we also look at it as not just about the chip and not just about the card, but really what is the gaming experience we can bring. And that means new AMD software features, that means platform technologies, and really end-to-end solutions with our CPUs and GPUs and software coming together. So there's a lot of innovation in RDNA 3, and we'll tell you all about it today. Now, there's a lot been said about our new chiplet design, so let me start with our chiplet design. This is the world's first chiplet gaming GPU. Now, why did we use chiplets? Chiplets really allow us to use a modular approach to optimize the performance and efficiency of the overall design. And so with our chiplets, like we've done on the CPU side, on the GPU side, we're mixing and matching the right technology for each function. Now, the graphics compute die is a high-performance 5 nanometer technology design, and it contains all of the high-performance compute in the GPU. That includes the shaders, the display engine, and a brand new media engine as well. And then the other
I just
die
realized
is a
I'm
memory
streaming the
cache
IGN
die,
version,
and
so
it's
just give me
built
1
in
second.
6 nanometer process technology, and includes the memory subsystem, as well as up to 90 features, the GDDR6 controllers, as well as up to 90.
Here you go. It's the right one. High res, higher everything.
Megabytes of infinity cache. And as a result, we have just an incredible capability with more than 61 teraflops of compute. By the way, do you guys think you need 61 teraflops of compute? We also have the world's fastest chiplet interconnect to enable 5.3 terabytes per second of peak bandwidth. And that allows us to unlock the full potential of 24 gigabytes of GDDR6. So altogether, when you put that together, we have 58 billion transistors in this design.
That's more than twice
which gives us just an incredible amount of gaming performance.
The 6950 XT, for reference, has 24 teraflops of compute.
It sounds like there's a few excited people out there. Okay, so now let me show you for the very first time our newest chiplet gaming GPU.
And it looks exactly like the leak. Yep, Extronomics was right.
This may be my favorite part of my job, I think.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't scale linearly.
All right, so look, as I said earlier, we set very ambitious goals for RDNA 3, especially around energy efficiency. And I'm pleased to say that we actually exceeded our goals. So our engineers did a fantastic job, and we made great improvements between RDNA 1 and RDNA 2. And with RDNA 3, we actually achieved a 54% gen over gen
Isn't
improvement
that
in
exactly what
performance per
happened
watt.
last gen between
And when you
RDNA
put
1 and
all of
2?
that together into what really matters, we're about building the best products for you. So today, I'm incredibly proud that we're going to announce our first two RDNA 3 graphics cards. The Radeon RX,
Exactly like the leak said.
the Radeon RX 7900 XTX with 24 gigabytes of GDDR6, and the 7900 XT with 20 gigabytes. So you can imagine these are just incredible gaming cards. So now I'm going to turn it over to Sam, Scott, and Frank that are going to take you through all of the exciting product details.
I prefer
Sam?
the look of the 7900 cooler.
Well, thank you, Lisa. Well, as she said, with RDNA 3, our vision was to engineer the most advanced 4K and 8K gaming platform for gamers and creators, containing the features, performance, and efficiency to provide the best gaming experience. To achieve this vision, we have brought unprecedented innovation to all aspects of the design. Now, it's my privilege to hit on a few of those highlights for you this morning. The first and most evident innovation is that we have leveraged our industry-leading expertise in chiplets, honed on our Ryzen and EPYC lines, to bring chiplet architecture to GPUs.
Of course.
The magic of chiplet design is being able to use the right technology for the right job. So we created two very different chiplets connected with high bandwidth interconnects specific to graphics. With the graphics compute die, we spin that precious 5 nanometer silicon where it matters, in the core GPU engine where all the computation occurs to enable great performance and performance per watt. For that small memory cache die, we use the mature 6 nanometer technology to implement the GDDR6 memory interfaces and our second generation Infinity Cache. These diminutive but powerful MCDs feature a second generation Infinity Cache, each connected to 64 bits of high-speed GDDR6 memory, combined up to a width of 384 bits. We've tuned this Infinity Cache to enable better data reuse with less capacity to accomplish several things for us. With the high hit rates, it directly sources most of the memory requests, and this delivers data to the engine in less time and uses less power than going out to DRAM. With our high bandwidth Infinity Fabric chiplet interconnect, we've increased the peak bandwidth from our RDNA 2 implementation by an astonishing 2.7 times. And that's where that 5.3 terabytes per second number you just heard comes from. These support the gaming at the highest resolutions. So now I want to take you a little bit deeper, click down into that graphics compute die, which is built around our new RDNA 3 compute units, where we've continued with our area-efficient unified architecture that shares resources between rendering, AI, and ray tracing to make most effective use of each transistor. In addition, contained within this GCD is a key part of delivering a great gaming experience, driving the latest displays with massive refresh rates for high-resolution gaming. All of the latest media formats are in there with our media and display engines.
The compute die is tiny.
Now to the core of the engine, which is the new unified RDNA 3 compute unit, specifically optimized for high-resolution gaming. The key word here is unified, which means we have a tightly integrated unit which shares resources to deliver the most power and area-efficient performance. We've tuned it to provide the right blend of flexible, highly efficient stream processing, additional AI acceleration capabilities, and greatly enhanced ray tracing acceleration. All of this is fed by a general purpose register file with 50% more capacity than the RDNA 2 design, which boosts the performance of all the functions. To deliver this well-rounded feature set, we've leveraged 5 nanometer to the fullest to pack 54% more transistors in less area, increasing our density by 165%. Well, as every chip designer knows,
Why does he talk with his eyes closed?
it's a lot of transistors. And as every chip designer knows, smaller is faster and more power efficient. And so this enables RDNA 3 to deliver even a better gaming experience. Now, looking at the stream processors, we took a huge step in RDNA 3 by going to dual issue Wave 32 units. This enables us to better utilize the data paths by issuing 2 different instructions down each 32-lane SIMD, or we can use them in parallel like we did in RDNA 2. We can issue different integer or floating point operations down each SIMD data path, mixing and matching based on the workload demand. The net result is faster frame render times for higher FPS from better utilization of all the functions.
Wait, that's like Ampere.
And it
Ampere
handles
does that.
now 2 times more instructions per clock. So we have also greatly enhanced the RDNA AI acceleration. And AI, of course, enables a host of capabilities that are growing in importance to the gaming community. And we've increased the AI throughput for commonly used math functions, which, while integrating these tightly within our unified compute unit. These share the same register files, caches, and instruction scheduling as the stream processors. And the enhancements provide up to a 2.7x increase in AI performance in the most area and power efficient way possible, setting RDNA 3 up to exploit the current and future uses of AI. The final enhancement to mention to our compute unit is the ray tracing acceleration, which is built on new instructions in the shader and support for DXR ray flags and many improvements for ray box sorting and traversal. Amplifying all of this is the ability to enable more rays in flight with that 50% larger general purpose register file that I mentioned before, combined with larger L0 and L1 caches to back it up.
So I mentioned earlier,
These
better
improvements
AI.
provide compelling gains for ray trace gaming content with up to 50% more performance per compute unit. Next, I want to introduce you to our Radiance Display Engine.
DisplayPort
featuring the
2.1.
industry's first DisplayPort 2.1 and a high-performance gaming graphics card.
Let's go. 8K 165. Let's go. It's not going to run out of that, but
This
supports it.
DisplayPort enables 480 hertz refresh rates at 4K resolution and up to 165 at 8K. And the 12 color bits per channel enables an incredible 68 billion colors for amazingly realistic images and graphics. And with the display link bandwidth of up now to 54 gigabits per second, we have doubled that bandwidth per port over RDNA 2. And this supports the unprecedentedly high refresh rates at the highest resolutions. In support of the latest media formats and standards, we have a new dual media engine, and it supports two simultaneous encode or decode streams up to 8K 60 or AVC and HEVC. It supports AV1 encode and decode, while also leveraging AI enhancements to improve video encoding and conference quality. And by greatly increasing the frequency inside the media engine, we delivered up to 1.8x the performance versus RDNA 2, reducing export times almost in half.
That's cool.
So now a bit more about clock speeds. These are obviously critical to performance, and most workloads that we have found and analyzed are actually more limited by the front-end work distribution and command processing than by our high-performance shader engines. So we recognize that we could utilize higher frequencies in a smarter, more power-efficient way by using our new to RDNA 3 decoupled shader engine frequencies to run only the front end at a typical 2.5 gigahertz, while the shaders operate at a more efficient 2.3 gigahertz, which is still 15% higher than RDNA 2 at launch. With this sort of advanced power management, we deliver the maximum frames per second while also saving up to 25% power.
They're decoupling
This contributes
the front end?
to our remarkable 54% product level performance.
So it's almost like the CPU with the Infinity Fabric and the...
With the higher frequency
CPU
and the
core.
new dual issue RDNA 3 compute units, we enable a 2.7x leap in raw compute power. You heard it from Lisa, a remarkable 61.6
This is raw compute. It does not
teraflops of
scale linearly.
performance in this engine. Well, putting it all together, we have delivered on our vision by inventing the world's first chiplet-based gaming GPU, enabling the optimal use of 5-nanometer technology, delivering 15% higher frequencies at 54% better power efficiency. Our advanced chiplet interconnect provides an amazing 2.7x leap
looking
in
at
peak
this,
bandwidth to feed that 60-plus teraflop engine.
1.8x
The new
faster.
unified RDNA 3 compute units have twice the instructions per clock, enabling them to fully utilize their
generous.
data paths and provide incredibly high performance for rendering, ray tracing, and AI applications in the most power and area efficient way. We connect this rendering horsepower to the industry's first GPU DisplayPort 2.1 to support massive refresh rates and include the encode and decode for all the latest media standards. The result is what we set out to achieve, the most advanced GPU optimized for gamers and creators. Now I'd like to hand it over to Scott, who will tell you more about this incredible product.
So somebody asked what I mean by advanced scale linearly. Music's way loud. If the raw compute goes up by 2,
What's up, gamers?
the
How
gaming
is everybody
performance
doing
usually
today?
doesn't. It'll go up by like 1 or 1 and a
Oh,
half.
we've been working on this for 3 years, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of hours in our engineering group. And I'm sure they're tuning in today, but I can't be more proud of what they've been able to create for you and to create for us, and it's going to be a great time. So now, I know what you want to see: performance, price, and availability. Is that right? Do you want to see that? Sounds good, but you're going to have to stay for a little bit to get availability and price, but I'll show you performance. I'll show you some performance. So today, 4K sets the
1.8x
standard
maybe?
where enthusiast GPUs are measured. According to IDC, in the last 5 years, there is 3 times increase in shipments of 4K monitors. And the Radeon RX 7900 XTX is going to be the perfect card to power your games at 4K. In pure rendering, the 7900 XTX is up to 1.7 times faster than our previous generation flagship GPU. And in ray tracing, we are seeing up to 1.6 times more performance in native 4K. What do you think?
Oh, there you go, 1.5 to 1.7. That's good.
Now that you've seen the performance, allow me to introduce the Radeon RX 7900 XTX.
See, I prefer the cooler on the other
Take a
one.
good look. We've spent a lot of time optimizing this car, but more importantly, making sure that you're going to be proud when you put it into your rig.
Let me touch it.
Absolutely fantastic. This gaming card is built to provide exciting performance in 4K resolution and beyond. RDNA 3-based GPUs are like no other. It features 96 unified RDNA 3 compute units running at 2.3 gigahertz game clock, and it comes with 24 gigabytes of GDDR6 with 384-bit support.
355.
This card is future-ready with AV1 encode and decode for streaming and video export, and it has the latest DisplayPort 2.1 technology for up to 4K 480 frames per second or 8K 165 frames per second gaming capabilities.
That is so efficient.
All, ladies and gentlemen, with a board power of just 355 watts. The XTX.
It's not going to beat the 4090. Okay, I can tell you that right now.
Today,
big gap
we're
in
also
core
announcing the Radeon RX 7900 XT, a massive leap in performance over the last generation. It features 84 unified compute units running at a game clock of 2 gigahertz and comes with 20 gigabytes of 320-bit GDDR6 memory with the same support for AV1 and DisplayPort 2.1.
So about 2%
The 7900 series gaming cards
10.
are industry leaders in performance per watt. There is no need to rebuild your desktop, no need to upgrade your case, and there's no need for a new power adapter.
Man, the hecklers.
We made it as easy as pulling out your old card and putting in a new one. Previous generation enthusiast GPUs, including those recently launched by our competitor, only support DisplayPort 1.4. Gamers who purchase these graphics cards will see limited frame rates. But with the RX 7900 series of GPUs, it'll allow you to actually see the frames you are paying for when you upgrade to a DisplayPort 2.1 monitor. If you are paying that much money for a brand new gaming card,
Yeah, of course, he's going to say that.
you should demand a GPU that will allow you to game into the future. And only the 7900 series can give you that. And starting in early 2023, an incredible new generation of displays at a range of resolutions from leading display vendors will start rolling out to gamers, including this sneak peek from our friends at Samsung with their brand new Odyssey Neo G9, expected to be the first DisplayPort 2.1 8K, I'll say that again, 8K, ultra widescreen gaming monitor ever. What do you think?
So that's the same width resolution as 8K, but the height should be
More
half.
details on the design and specs will be unveiled soon at CES in January of 2023. And to power high refresh rate gaming displays, both today and your future upgrades, we've developed a suite of powerful software enhancements, which includes technologies such as Fidelity FX, Super Resolution, and Smart Access Memory. Combined with our new unified RDNA 3 compute units, the Radeon RX 7900 series delivers the next generation of high refresh rate gaming. AMD's Fidelity FX Super Resolution, or FSR, technology works on all modern GPUs to provide high fidelity visuals and incredible frame rates. In just 16 months, FSR will be available in 216 games, proving just how compelling open technologies are for the entire industry.
216, that's a lot of games.
Our latest update, FSR 2.2, reduces super resolution temporal ghosting, not only the artifacts on fast-moving objects, and it'll also be available in Forza Horizon 5 soon.
Okay, so we got an update on
Now,
FSR.
1440p gaming displays with high refresh rates continue to be one of the fastest growing choices for gamers. With the 7900 XTX and Apex Legends, you will be able to reach the game's hard frame rate cap of 300 frames per second. And in other popular titles, the 7900 XTX can push your games to its limits.
Damn.
Games like Overwatch 2 and Valorant are great examples of why DisplayPort 2.1 is so important. Now, there's finally a gaming card to drive 300 to 800 frames plus frames per second gaming on ultra high refresh rate displays. Now, at 4K, the 7900 XTX is the card to get. By turning on max settings in AAA games and using FSR upscaling, you can hit triple-digit performance. It even makes playing competitive esports titles at 4K a real possibility. Hundreds of frames in your games at 4K resolution.
Whoa.
Now,
4K?
I'm not saying that you would, but
It's
you
medium
could
settings.
play games with RX 7900 XTX that go beyond today's 8K 60 hertz limits. In Dawn of Ragnarok, the latest expansion to Ubisoft's acclaimed Assassin's Creed Valhalla, with FSR paired with the 7900 XTX, you'll be able to get 96 frames per second at a crisp 8K resolution.
Should have been 69.
It's truly incredible to see and experience. The RX 7900 series can power the next generation of displays like 8K ultra-wide or high refresh rate 8K displays above 60 hertz. Next generation RDNA 3 compute units, new levels of memory bandwidth combined with the latest upscaling technologies deliver the performance to power these incredible experiences. A lot of gamers are excited about features like ray tracing in their games.
They're
Today,
giving us random
I'm excited
benchmarks.
to announce that DirectX ray tracing is coming to one of the most popular franchises in the world, Halo Infinite by 343 Industries. Halo Infinite will now support ray trace shadows across arena and big team battle modes, and players with AMD hardware will notice improved lighting, sharper shadows, and increased performance on RX 7000 series platforms with ray tracing acceleration. DXR will be available in Season 3, so look for it in your graphics settings soon.
Halo
And with
Infinite
the
is
RDNA
dead
3
anyways.
architecture, real-time ray tracing performance has greatly improved generation over generation. In Dying Light 2, with ray tracing
exactly.
features turned to the max, the 7900 XTX delivers performance above 60 frames per second with FSR at 4K. Cyberpunk and Hitman 3 also have significant
There you
performance
go.
uplifts, giving you the
Still with
performance you
FSR.
need to stay immersed in your game. But today we're also announcing a technical partnership with the Callisto Protocol coming in December. This third-person survivor horror game developed by Striking Distance Studios features incredible lighting and shadow effects, along with movie-quality textures and animations to set the eerie mood in this sci-fi experience.
But see, this game would work well with
Ray
DLSS
tracing
3.
is used to full effect here, with shadows, translucency, and glossy refractions coming together to capture the most subtle details that create giant leaps in realism. At 4K and higher resolution, the Radeon RX 7900 series is optimized to deliver incredible frame rates to power this experience. Now next, we are also announcing a technical partnership with Luminous Productions and their action RPG, Forspoken, launching in January.
Direct
Luminous
storage.
Productions has created some truly breathtaking visuals in a fully realized fantasy world, powered by hybrid ray tracing for realistic lighting and shadows on the characters and environments. Forspoken looks and runs incredibly fast thanks to its implementation of Fidelity FX features, including FSR, variable rate shading, ambient occlusion, and downsampler, all optimized for Radeon.
Yeah, okay, that game looks really
We
good.
work closely with game studios to optimize for the next generation of games. At Ubisoft, Snowdrop has been in development for over a decade and is one of its most important gaming engines. This is the same engine utilized across a variety of PC and multi-platform titles, from Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope to Tom Clancy's Division 2. By the way, one of my personal favorites, long live the Bullet King. If you play the game, you'll know. Today, we are announcing our partnership with their next generation engine. This tech demo is beautifully rendered with global illumination, blur reflections, and shadows, in addition to other effects that the Snowdrop engine uses, such as volumetric weather effects and micro detail rendering. We've worked with Ubisoft to add a highly optimized AMD ray tracing implementation that unlocks even smarter ray processing than DXR alone can provide. With high-performance ray tracing enabled on a 7900 XTX, we are getting frame rates above 80 frames per second at 4K with FSR2. We're excited to see the Snowdrop engine come to life in major upcoming titles, including Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, Splinter Cell, and Ubisoft's Star Wars project. Right? Let's go, indeed. With the announcement of Unreal Engine 5, a lot of gamers, including myself, are excited to see what new games and experiences will be created in this popular engine. UE5 is optimized to take full advantage of our unified RDNA 3 compute units with excellent ray tracing and rasterization performance. In this UE5 sample, optimized for Radeon, we're able to hit an average of 60 frames per second at 4K with FSR2 enabled. Even with resounding success of FSR2, we won't stop there. I'm excited to show you a preview of a brand new version of Fidelity FX super resolution technology, appropriately named
FSR3.
FSR3.
Machine learning and stuff.
FSR3 combines our best-in-class temporal super resolution technology and our new AMD fluid motion frames technology to deliver more frames per second in your games.
No.
Fluid motion frames increases FPS when using very demanding settings.
No, not DLSS 3
FSR3
again.
will provide up to a 2 times increase in frames per second at 4K resolution
No!
over FSR2. A significant boost across your supported games, and will be coming to PC gamers in 2020.
Guys, it's frame generation again. That's why it's 2 times. Because it can't be more, it can't be really less.
To give an idea on what's possible with our brand new generation of gaming cards, I'd like to show you what Sava and his small team of artists were able to create using a standard animation pipeline to build their dark sci-fi fantasy film, Beckoning, an Unreal Engine in just 4 months. Let's hear from Sava.
My name is Sava Živković.
Again,
I wrote
man.
and directed Beckoning, and I want to briefly talk about how Unreal Engine 5 and AMD are empowering small teams to create cinema-class animated films. In Unreal Engine 5, Lumen and Nanite shine with the Radeon RX 7900 XTX, allowing us to walk around completely lit environments and characters and to explore the shots. This significantly speeds up the production and enables us to make creative decisions at the speed of thought. You can change the lighting, character or environment placement, or entirely change the camera angle if you so desire. This amount of speed and flexibility is unprecedented in traditional animation pipelines, and is one of the main reasons why I personally believe producing feature-length animation with smaller teams is now a reality. And when it comes to high-fidelity output, the FSR Movie Render Cube plugin upscales the final frame rendering to 4K or even 8K. CG animation has never been as fast and as fun.
Yeah, this is the editing software. It's UE5. That's why it was
Pretty cool.
jittery.
By the way, in reviewing that video, it sure does make it look easy to create a new movie, doesn't it? But it does. I don't think it is. The Radeon RX 7900 series are the most advanced gaming GPUs. First of all, they are easy to upgrade into your existing gaming rig. They feature industry-leading enthusiast GPU support for next-generation displays. They will deliver ultra-high frame rates in both native and upscale games, and of course comes with up to 24 gigabytes of memory to drive the next generation of games and advanced workloads. All of our innovations enable the 7900 XTX to deliver an incredible leap in performance of up to 1.7 times faster 4K gaming. Now, let me invite Frank Azor to the stage to show you how the Radeon RX 7900 series powers the next generation of gaming and streaming experiences. Frank?
Look, I really hope it's not frame generation, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Frank Azor.
I am incredibly excited to be here with you guys today. It's just been so long since we've been able to all be together and to do this the way it deserves to be done, right? In person and just with all these incredible games and visuals behind us. What do you guys think about the new graphics cards? Awesome, right? Don't worry, Scott's gonna come back and tell you when you're gonna be able to get them and what they're gonna be priced at, okay, I promise. But they're incredible graphics cards. But you know what's even more incredible is that at AMD, you get more than just a great graphics card. We're committed to building the absolute best gaming, creating, and streaming experiences. I'm going to share with you today a little bit about some of our latest developments of how we're pulling it all together to bring you the next generation of PCs. Great hardware, as you've seen today, deserves great software. And AMD Adrenalin is your software interface for harnessing the full potential of your AMD-powered system. We're committed to bringing you an Adrenalin software that you can depend on, and that offers you state-of-the-art features and next-level gaming experiences, as well as streaming and for creating. If you're not already familiar with AMD Adrenalin, let me catch you up real quickly to what you've been missing.
Yeah, right. For RX
Adrenalin is your
6000,
hub for just about everything.
their
You
driver
can
really
find
got
and launch your games,
better
plus
and
monitor
better.
your stats and performance across all the games on your system, all from one home screen. You can customize your Radeon settings for each game, as well as record and stream those games right from within the UI. You can even turn your system into its own personal game server and connect your smartphone, tablet, or another Windows PC to play your games remotely from anywhere. And of course, you can take full control over your AMD graphics card and your Ryzen CPU and tune them for maximum performance and efficiency. Adrenalin, it's simply awesome. But there's probably two things that I love most about Adrenalin. First, it's the fact that all these features are within one unified UI. And second, it's a completely unlocked experience, meaning we don't force you to create an account. You're not going to be monitored by us. You're not going to
Wow.
be tracked. You can just access all these features.
More shots at
You can
NVIDIA.
customize your system to your content and just play the games you love, because that's what you deserve. So let me talk to you about some of the upcoming features you can expect from the next version of Adrenalin. Existing features like Radeon Super Resolution, Radeon Boost, and Anti-Lag are huge performance amplifiers for your gaming experience. But let's be honest, most of us don't want to have to learn about each new feature, how it works, which games it works on, which features work best with one another. When we finally get some time to sit down and game, it's just too much complexity to deal with. I just want to get in the game and I want to play.
True.
So we heard you. To simplify all this, we're introducing Hyper RX mode. With Hyper RX, we've redeveloped these performance boosting technologies to all work together and at the same time, compounding their benefits
What?
and giving you a one-click experience to improve frame rate and latency.
That's actually really
In the
cool.
game Dying Light 2,
You don't have to worry about any
just to
of
give
the
you an
settings.
example, in
You
the game Dying Light 2, we're seeing performance improvements with Hyper RX up to 85% with 1/3 of the latency. It's incredible. So look forward to Hyper RX coming out early next year, and you can experience it yourself. All right, so let's talk about what are we doing to help improve your recording and your streaming experience.
Yeah, like NVIDIA Reflex.
OBS, as many of you know, is the leading video
But
recording
AMD has
and
a
live
couple of
streaming
other
platform
things.
out there, and it's used by some of the world's most successful and popular streamers. Well, we've partnered with OBS to improve video streaming quality across all bit rates on Radeon RX 6000 and 7000 series graphics cards. Additionally, with the new AMD RDNA 3 media engine, we've added AV1 hardware encoding, improving quality and transforming live streaming. In this example, we're looking at a recorded image of Halo, captured with OBS on the Radeon 7900 XTX graphics card.
Whoa.
Both images were captured at the same 3.5 megabit per second bit rate. As you can see behind
That
me,
would
the
make this
quality
stream
of the
look a
stream
lot
and the
better.
text within it is visibly
It's going in
pixelated.
here.
But with the addition of our AV1 hardware encoding, updated pre-analysis and pre-filtering algorithms, plus our OBS optimizations, the playback quality substantially improves, providing a clear, sharp, and a smooth viewing experience. Additionally, with Xilinx AI and content adaptive machine learning technology, we've integrated that into the AMD framework, and it's been trained to learn, predict, and target small text and menus, making them legible again, especially when streaming at low bit rates and resolutions up to 1080p. The new AMD RDNA 3 media engine reaches beyond streaming, though. With our dedicated AV1 hardware processing, video encoding is up to 7 times faster than software, even at ultra-high resolutions like 8K. Support for the RDNA 3 media engine will be available across applications like Adobe Premiere Pro, FFmpeg, Handbrake, and in upcoming releases of OBS. And then for video creators, any video creators in the audience? Anybody create video? You're gonna love this. So we're introducing something we call Smart Access Video. Smart Access Video works with select applications when you pair the Ryzen 7000 series with the new Radeon 7000 series.
That's cool.
And unlike other platforms that can really only make use of either your CPU or your GPU's video compression engines, Smart Access Video distributes the encoding and decoding workloads across both your Ryzen CPU and your Radeon graphics card's video compression engines, enabling faster 4K and 8K editing. And when it comes to batch transcoding,
editing too?
Smart Access Video reduces parallel transcoding times by nearly 1/3. Smart Access Video will be available across applications like OBS, Premiere Pro, FFmpeg, and more starting in December. So next, let me share with you how we're bringing all these technologies and all this greatness together for you into our AMD Advantage solutions. So when we first introduced Advantage laptops, we raised the bar of what defines just a great portable gaming experience. And Advantage laptops have been carefully designed and developed with our partners to ensure that their premium experiences are felt throughout. Multiple models of these laptops are available in market right now from your favorite OEM and SI partners. And look, nothing compares to building your own desktop if you can, all right? But for those of us that maybe don't have the time, the experience, or the will to do so right now, we've applied the great AMD Advantage design framework that we applied to laptops originally, and we're bringing that to desktops now. We've partnered with several leading system integrators to bring you these turnkey solutions so that whether you're gaming, you're streaming, or creating, Advantage desktops have been designed and developed with our partners to be the best desktops you'll find in the market. All the incredible performance you saw here today from the 7900 XTX, well, that's what you can expect with Advantage desktop systems. It starts by pairing our Ryzen 9 processor and our Radeon XTX graphics card. Then we amplify that performance with our smart technologies, including Smart Access Memory and Smart Access Video, as well as the full feature set of Adrenalin software, including Radeon Super Resolution, AMD Noise Suppression, HyperRX, and more. But Advantage goes even further than that by ensuring every component, from the motherboard to the NVMe drives to the memory, the power supply, all the rest, they all work seamlessly together, and they're all tuned for maximum performance with every design and quality metric followed.
Okay.
Next, we focus on each system delivering its full graphics potential. We know that peak visual quality and performance are incredibly important to gamers. So Advantage desktops have been thermally designed, reliably powered, and rigorously tested to ensure that they deliver on the highest resolution and refresh rate experiences possible on the 7900 XTX. And it all comes together when you pair them with one of the over 2,500 AMD FreeSync monitors available, allowing you to experience the most demanding games at their smoothest and highest settings. And of course, each Advantage desktop is built to game, with a full configuration of premium components, all tuned and tested reliably to give you maximum performance every single time. We're really excited to be working with all of these partners on bringing you the first generation of Advantage desktops. It's been awesome to be here with you guys today. This is a historic moment. Thank you so much for your time. Let me welcome Scott back on the stage.
Okay, Scott's gonna give out the pricing, and I saw in the live chat, apparently it's been leaked. $899 for the 7900 XT and $999 for the 79 XTX.
Okay, are you ready? All right, what an incredible day of announcements that will transform the future of graphics in games. The AMD Radeon 7900 series, built for extreme performance to drive 4K and 8K high refresh rate gaming monitors, powered by the world's most advanced gaming graphics architecture, RDNA 3. Here we go. Starting December 13th, 2022, you'll be able to purchase the 7900 XTX for $999. The world's fastest gaming card under $1,000. Also on December 13th, 2022, you'll be able to purchase the 7900 XT for $899, $999, and $899. The world's most advanced gaming GPUs powering your gaming rig for years to come. That's the end of our show. Thank you for joining us today, and we can't wait to get these gaming cards in your hands in December.
All right.
Have a great rest of your day.
Okay, here's the thing. The 4090 is strong. Okay, let me just Okay. So the 4090 is extremely strong. It's a very, very, very good GPU. And the 6900 XTX, you saw how the 7900 XTX, you saw how they haven't even really bothered talking about gaming performance outside having charts with FSR enabled and just showing the fact that it can cap out Overwatch 2 and what was it? Overwatch 2 and that other game. I have to take a look. Give me a sec. Crap. Anyways, it could cap out Overwatch 2 in another game that was 300 and 600 FPS respectively. It doesn't really give us a scaling for performance against the 4090. That's kind of what we need. They said that Valorant was 800 and something FPS. Valorant is not capped, so this could be useful in terms of doing a comparison. So I guess what we're going to see from reviewers and stuff is maybe a comparison on Valorant. But then again, it's one game out of so many. Well, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and read some of your guys' comments, see what you guys are saying here. This is why we wait for reviews. Of course, this is why we wait for reviews. But at the same time, it does show that AMD... okay, so when they showed a chart that showed like a gaming performance, it was 1.5 x faster most of the time. There was one that was 1.6x faster, and one that was 1.7x. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick. Right here. Yeah. So 1.5x in Modern Warfare 2, 1.5 in Watchdog Legion, in Resident Evil, in Metro Exodus. And all that's ray tracing. All that are ray tracing titles. And then Doom Eternal, you have also better ray tracing. And Cyberpunk 2077 and Watchdog Legion. Okay, so 3 of them are ray tracing, 3 of them are not. Cyberpunk, weird that they won't use ray tracing here, but so all these 3 are rastered performance. I guess we could see 1.5x performance increase on anything compared to the 6950 XT, which is good. It's great performance, man. 6950 XT beats the 3090 and 3090 Ti too, I believe, a lot of the time. They basically just trade blows. I think Hardware Unboxed made a video recently just retesting the 6950 XT, and it kicks ass, especially with all of the driver optimizations they did. And it's $1,000, which is $200 cheaper than the 6950 XT at launch. But the 6950 XT now is like $600 if you know how to look for it. But the 4090 is exceeding this. It's not just 50% faster, or at least that's what I think so. I need one to be able to, do all the testing. But from what I remember watching everybody's reviews, it was a little bit higher. Skip this gen, boys. I don't think so. I think this is actually a really promising generation. Personally, I would not spend $1,000 on a GPU. But if you're an intense gamer and you're into the hobby and you have money to spare, you could go ahead. Personally, I'm always looking at the more value. Well, it's hard to say value at that point, but like I will spend between $300 to maximum $700 for a GPU. I'm not spending the extra $300 to get something like a 79 XTX. Like, keep in mind the 6800 XT, which was super close to the 6900 XT. So that one was how much? $649. So we're jumping a little too much, in my opinion, in pricing. But I understand, inflation and all that. What if you compare 4090 with DLSS? If I compared it to DLSS 2, I'd say it's possibly comparable. But DLSS 3, since it doubles the frame rate generation, I guess it's incomparable. Do we know if AMD will give details on the mid and lower end models? Not this year. I don't think so. It's going to be next year. NVIDIA fanboys are pressed. 620 for my 1080 looked like a lot. Not going to do £1,000 more. Exactly. That's how I personally see it. Zero benchmarks is the story here. They tried to give some relative performance. The problem, guys, is, look, we're moving away from benchmarks for the exact reason of how this this event happened. So let me go back to the event for a sec. Okay. This is pretty much all you're going to get. The FPS information you're going to get from the reviews. But the reason they did this here is because, first of all, they don't want to spend too long on actual rasterized benchmarks when they have so much to talk about. They have to satisfy investors, which means talking about the architecture for a really long time. They have to, hold on, let me go like this. So they have to talk about like, oh, my architecture is nice. It does things that the green architecture doesn't do. All that is just to satisfy investors, okay? So they have to do that. Then they have to, of course, give the specs out, the pricing, and they have to pump out all of the features that they've been working on. Like, where is it? Next generation ray tracing. So better ray tracing, they have to explain what the hell is that. They have to explain that now they have DisplayPort 2.1. They need to blast NVIDIA here and there just to make sure that they have their quota. This event was barely, what was it? It was exactly an hour, it looks like. Was it? It was almost an hour. So, and they have to talk about HyperX, which super cool feature. FSR 2.2, which is going to eliminate ghosting. FSR 3, which I sure hope is not frame generation, but it kind of looks like it is. But yeah, they have to talk about all this. I think they're just waiting for the reviewers to take care of the FPS, to let the card talk for itself, because the price is cheap in comparison to NVIDIA. Yeah, right there, there's FPS. Yeah, but this is not like, that's the problem. The Apex Legend FPS that you see here is capped, which means it's not the performance of the card. It just means that it reached the cap of Apex Legends. We don't even know what settings. It reached the cap of Overwatch. We don't even know the settings. Is it medium? Is it high? Is it ultra? 833 FPS in Valorant. Once again, is it medium? Is it high? Is it ultra? Why is frame generation a bad thing? It's generally not if you're playing first person. Sorry, not first person. If you're playing single player games, like let's say they talked about it, the Project Callisto project, something like that. For that game, it'd be great. For a game like Dead Space, it'd be great. For something like Modern Warfare, hell no. For something like Cyberpunk, it depends. Some people prefer the snappiness of having lower latency, while others might prefer having just the smoother experience. Spider-Man, it would be great for it, but like you're not going to play esports with frame generation on. Even if they had given benchmarks, I wouldn't believe it until I saw third-party reviews. You know what? That's a point I didn't think about, and You're absolutely right. That is a great. Let me just. Here you go. I'm gonna go ahead and pin that message. There you go. Chemical Arts with the smart move right there. For cinematic stuff without fast camera movement frames, frame generation is okay. Exactly, yeah. And now that they have a much, much stronger AI, I don't know exactly what the number was. Here it is. Should be. Here you go. Sir, talk. Come on, show me. 2.7 times more performance for their dedicated AI accelerators. First of all, noise suppression is going to be a banger. Second of all, they have to come out with a background removal tool like NVIDIA Broadcasts. And they have to, what else? And of course, frame generation is going to be possible. They were talking about how the FSR3 uses frame smooth something, warp something. Why is frame... Okay, I already went there. Let me go all the way to the beginning, to the bottom. How much FPS in Minecraft? I don't know, but they did double the performance of Minecraft with the 6000 series. Like at the start, you had your performance, and they released an update like a couple of months ago that almost doubled the frame rate in Minecraft, which is insane. How will it reduce the other RDNA 2 cards prices now, though? Problem is, it won't. It won't for this. I think I saw a 6950 XT or 6900 XT for like $750. It's still a worthy price. But the moment you go higher, you go to the 7900 XT and you're paying $900 now. So there's still a $150 difference here. They'll probably go a little bit lower. So like I expect the 6000 series, the high end Navi 21, to probably drop down to the $600 range. But it's not going to affect it that much until they release their mid-tier GPUs, which is going to be like mid next year, maybe early, probably around, I'd say, March, April, just because it seems like the pattern. NVIDIA Broadcast is the best feature ever for business. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. AMD has to come out with something similar, and that's, I think, what they're trying to do with the AI here. All the power is great, but without proper game support, it is useless. Look at VR performance, AMD versus NVIDIA. I've never actually tried that. It's something I should look into. I use my Oculus just with my with the internal processor. I don't really connect it to my computer using the wireless connection. These flame wars, that was a good thing. The fact that AMD said no, we're not going to use the 12-pin VHR power connector, and instead it's just 2 8-pins. It's very good. Very, very, very nice move. 500 watts Red Devil. I mean, we've seen 6000 series cards with 3 8-pin connectors. Removing one is fine. Plus, the 6000 series is so big. In terms of the third-party coolers, I think I remember one, and it's bigger than the 4090. Like, you know, you see a 4090, it's huge. I think I saw a 6950 XT that was bigger. And the only reason was because, you know, it was overclocked and everything. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see something similar with a 7900 series. 24 gigabytes helps with the video editing, definitely. I did not expect them to go all the way up to 24. I mean, the leaks kind of told us that they were, but 24 is a lot of memory for a GPU. Like, this is... we'll have to wait until, like, you know, we actually see the performance and productivity, but this could be a banger. $1,000 for 24 gigabytes of memory. That's good. Critique the DP 2.1. Oh no, DP 2.1 is great. They did the right thing in my opinion. Some of you guys said, yeah, but if it doesn't have the power to handle those speeds, then what's the point? Well, think about it this way: 4K 120. That's the cap for DP 2.0. 4K 120. Or wait, is it 4K 240? I think it's 4K 240. 4K is becoming more and more adopted, as is, like, it's just like what 1440p was a couple of years ago. 1440p now is kind of ubiquitous. But if you want to go over 4K 240, then you need DP 2.1. The 4090 is more powerful than the 7900 XT, I think, in my calculations, in my brain right now. It's more powerful. And it can't even... it can probably run some games at higher than 4K 240, but you're limited by the freaking display port. And also, there's games that are just fun and you'd like to have them as high refresh rate, like arcade games. Like what is it? What's that game with the guys that skate around in a thing? I played that game a lot. I liked it when it was higher refresh. If I could play it at 8K 240, I would. And any GPU could probably run that game at that speed. I think there's an argument to be made that you should have headroom when it comes to the actual display cable. Arcade games were 20 FPS. Look, future systems will have a benchmark that matter. Yeah, definitely. 4090 is more powerful, that's for sure. That's what I think too. They might be releasing 7950 XT probably next year too, but that would be like 1 year. You have to wait 1 whole year. So December next year, if you want to wait until then, maybe. I play Tarkov and CSGO. Guess I'll skip 50 generations. Essentially, that's what you can do. Unless CSGO comes out with like a freaking rebuild or something, an RTX like they did with Minecraft. Who knows? It might happen. For video, okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, did you guys have any other questions? I'm here to answer some questions if you guys want to talk about stuff like that. Oh. I'm looking at the comments right now. Oh yeah. What'd they say? 8K would support the G9, Samsung Odyssey G9, which is 8K, but it's an ultra wide. And someone was wondering what the hell does that mean? Basically, it means that it has the horizontal 8K resolution, but the vertical is not. So it would be like, what is it? 8,180 something by 2160. So 4K high, 8K wide. Because it can't be 5,000. It can't be 5K by 2K because that's what I have here, and it's not considered an 8K display. I use the Samsung Geo G9, but the last generation on my main computer for work, and yeah. Any thoughts on VR performance? I don't know. I use my VR using the internal processor on my Oculus Quest 2. Sorry, Meta Quest 2. Yeah, I can't tell you how many plebs used to tell me 1440 was a niche resolution and 1080 was the way. 1440 was a niche resolution. It's just not anymore. I mean, I took a while before I transitioned to 1440p. And yeah, and even then I didn't even go with a higher refresh rate. I went with 60 hertz. And then a couple of years later, now I have two 120 hertz 4K 1440p monitors at home. And my girlfriend has a 4K 120, I think. 4K 120. She has the what's it called? Acer Predator. Oh, can I change the chat settings so I can see all the chats? Did they talk about the stock cooler? No, but it looks nice. It looks pretty much like this one here. It's 2.5 slots. It's just more angular. Still has 3 fans. Funny thing, if you look at the design, where is it? Where are you, design? Oh, I think the design's at the end too, right? Right here. Should be able to see it. So give it a sec, and what you'll see is that, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna make myself tiny. Oh, ow. Okay, okay, look, come on, keep going. Look, the backplate, boom, completely covered. No air, no airflow here, because the fins run this way, so there's no reasons for them to have any kind of venting in the back, which is interesting to say the least. I didn't even see this part. See? Solid. And they kept the, what's it called? Forgot the name. Neuralink? Forgot the name of that port, but the USB-C is still there. And thank you very much, because I was very mad when the RTX 3000 series got rid of it. I used to use it all the time on my RTX 2080. Like, all the time. Yes, USB Type-C, right here. Boom. And it's actual USB Type-C. I'm not sure if it's like USB 4, but it's definitely like USB 3.2. File transfer is probably going to be around 400 megabytes per second. Up to like 30% price range, or is there? See, my big issue is that if the price of entry is, sorry, the price of entry is $900. The 7900 XT is $900. The ratio between its price to performance compared to the 6900 XT is going to be very important. Sorry, no, compared to the 6800 XT is going to be very important, because the 6800 XT, which was at launch the second best GPU, launched at $649. This time, the 7900 XT, which is the second best GPU, launches at $900. Now, from $649 to $900, I don't want to do the calculation. Was it 20-something% more? 30% more? Between 20 and 30% more in terms of price. If the performance is not 40 to like 60% more, that means the leap, the generational leap, is just not there. Although you'd have to factor in inflation, and 2020 $649 is probably like $720 now. But you guys get what I mean. Like, if you increase the price, you can't just increase the price and increase the performance by the same amount. You have to like price to performance it. You give me more performance and you up the price by a little bit. That's called generational improvement. Sorry, but I would compare it. Yeah, of course. That's not an issue. I'm talking about the generational jump. 4080 16 gig is way faster than the 3080. Now you have to take the 3080's price, which is $699, which was $699 at launch, and the 4080 16 gig, which is $1,300. Okay, sorry, $1,200. So we have like a almost 2x in price. Are we going to have an almost 2x in performance? That's the $1 million question. They did the 6950 XT. What? With a huge grain of salt on tech power up, 50% better than a 6950 XT, we'll get the 7900 XT 3% less than a 4090. I think it's going to be, it's definitely going to get beat by the 4090, but I think it might sometimes get close enough to be like, wow, that's $1,000 card competing against a $1,600 card. That's what's going to happen. But it's definitely the 4080 16 gig that needs to be compared with the 7900 XTX, not the 7900 XT. Them some lovely apples. What? Was replying to someone else knows. Oh, okay, cool. I don't think there are any 12-bit color displays $600 less than the last gen with more performance. Dollars less than last gen with more performance. Yeah, but the last generation was kind of in a weird spot. Also, $600 less? No, the 6900 XT came out at $1,000. It has to. 6900 XT MSRP. Official MSRP, $999. Exactly. The 7900 XTX is the same price as the 7900 XT when it came out. The 6900 XT when it came out. Now you can find it for $679. That's what I just saw. just now. Apparently the 6950 XT, you can find it for, 6900 XT. You can find it for $679. That's what it said. Do you think FSR 2 is better than DLSS 2? Yeah, for a couple of reasons. It's not better in terms of visual quality. I still think DLSS is superior, but I like it better because it's a technology that can be implemented very fast in less than 4 weeks, most of the times in a day, according to AMD. And it's already in 216 games. I mean, is there a games list for DLSS? It's probably something like 50, 70, maybe 100. But FSR came out a year after, and it's like, wait, no, years after, and it's already in like 220 games. Imagine NVIDIA offering a 4090 for $1,000. Hey, the 7900 XTX might push them to do so. I mean, Intel did push AMD to drop their prices for their CPUs. Now, if in case you didn't know, the 5600X is $160 most of the time. 5800X is $249, I think, which it launched at $449, and the 5800X 3D, which also launched at $449, is $329, and the 5950X, which was $800, is now $600. It's all, I'm doing it off the dome, but that's pretty much what I remember. What's your take on FSR 3 being available for other cards other than RDNA 3? That's a really good point that I did not think about. Whoa, I didn't realize that. So if FSR 3 is like frame generation, right? Because they said up to 2x, and that's what makes sense in my brain. If it is frame generation, that means it will work on Intel GPUs and NVIDIA GPUs. Unless FSR 3 is the exception. You know how RSR only works on AMD GPUs, but it's sort of the rib of FSR. I think FSR 3 might have that limitation, although it shouldn't really matter because AMD uses generic AI. It's not like, what's it called? It's not like the whole tensor core from NVIDIA. So they use, so I think it would work with Intel and AMD too. Yeah. That's a really good point. Thank you very much for making that point. See ya, Jacob Van Tonder, sorry. Have a great day. Would you choose an RTX 3090, RX 6900, or RX 7900 for a gaming digital art workstation? I would always go NVIDIA for digital art, just because AMD hasn't proven to be really like solid in terms of performance with general stuff like Adobe Premiere, and it's always been NVIDIA that has the advantage. I don't know. It looks like AMD is going to start to push some of their 7000 series RDNA 3 into more and more NLEs and video editors and photo editors. But right now, if I were to have to choose, I would probably go with the safest option, which would be the NVIDIA GPU. In Finland, 6900 starts from 900. Is it pounds? That's euros. Just checked. That's cool. 900 euros is $900 USD. About. Is it? Yeah, I think so. They're very close. I think the euro is slightly lower. Mayhood. Wow, $600 cheaper than a RTX 4090. Correct. Doesn't mean it's going to match the performance. Let's be clear on that. Hi, all. AMD is chalked. That's what I'm saying. It's way cheaper to get this than the last one. It's insane pricing by AMD. Honestly, I think if I wanted to upgrade, because I still have a 20 series in my rig at home, I have the 2080. I would have to do some testing on this one, but if I were to buy one, because this is not my GPU, if I were to buy a new GPU right now, I would probably do some research, wait for the prices of the 6800 XT, 6800 to lower, and I would buy it instantly. Because, in case you remember, One Usmus, the creator of the Ryzen, I forgot what it's called, but it's basically the overclocking utility. He's about to come out with a utility for 6000 series GPUs, specifically the Navi 21, so 6800, 6800 XT, 6900 XT, that has something called like rage mode or not rage, it's monster mode. And when you turn that on, like the 6800 and 6800 XT, like go way up in performance. The clocks just go through the roof, the memory goes through the roof. It apparently becomes a beast, and I kind of want to try that. And that will let me know if I'm doing the jump or not. I don't really care about the new releases that much for my personal rig because I'm not gaming at like 360 hertz and I'm not looking for super high pinpoint accuracy. I just play for fun. Here's hoping FSR3 is open to all. Me too. And not locked by AMD. I hope not too. I wanted to make a rig for 3D animation and VFX work. What should I go for, 4090 or AMD? Find a software that you like and look for reviews of people saying how good it is. It's very, like, buying a GPU to do something specific, like let's say Unreal Engine versus, let's say you want to do Blender and 3ds Max, or Blender or 3ds Max or Houdini or Maya. Usually you don't use all of them, but you're going to use like 2 or 3 and find out which brand is better at handling these kinds of things, because it's usually not a raw power thing. It's more like a brand thing. Like Maya and Houdini and I don't know, Blender are all better for AMD, while the others are better for NVIDIA. You get the drift. I'm not saying what I just said was just an example. It's not true. NVIDIA? But how can HyperX almost double the FPS? So if we look, that was a really cool thing in my opinion. He's the one who talked about it, right? I think it was a little bit further. Okay. Oh, wait. Nope. It was a little bit earlier. Was it earlier or later? Oh, here you go. Just so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, there you go. So here's how this thing will work. Come on. Okay. Well, I guess they're not showing it right away. Okay. I guess they're not showing it at all. So there's technologies like AMD Radeon Boost, Radeon something, I forgot what it's called, but it's like Reflex. And there's a lot of basically things that can improve your FPS. Radeon Boost, the way it works is that it detects mouse movement, and when you're actually moving the mouse, it reduces the resolution of the game actively. So because when you move, everything is kind of a little bit blurry, you don't really notice it. You'll notice it if you squint and you start to move around, but it's detected strictly by the mouse movement. So if you go forward and back using WASD, the resolution will stay the same, but the moment you start turning with the mouse, then the resolution lowers real quick, and when you stop, it just goes back to normal. And that you need to turn on separately. Then, for example, the other fidelity effects feature, which reduces latency by a lot. So Radeon Boost allows you to have way higher frame rates, and whatever that thing that they use for reducing the latency is also activated separately. So HyperRX, and there's other features, of course, for fidelity effects, like I think direct storage is one of them, and let's just go check. Fidelity FX Super. Oh, Fidelity FX. There you go. Okay, here. Video, super resolution, ambient occlusion, variable shading, denoiser, and these are all things that can make your games run faster. So you got the denoiser coupled with Variable rate shading, CAS. CAS allows you to run things at slightly lower resolution or lower quality, and FSR. Anyways, there's a lot of stuff, infidelity effects, and instead of you having to turn them on individually, HyperX will basically just turn everything on its own, everything that's available within the game, which is cool. It's coming up in the next couple of months. Give me a crisp image. When I look around the screen, my brain will deal with the blur. Yeah, but you know, it's like turning on motion blur, but better, because motion blur is real bad. It's okay. Is it a new software for Boost? The 6800 XT performance up to 30? Yeah, I don't know when it's going to come out. His monster mode is going to come out at some point, but we don't actually know when yet. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much it for today. I mean, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. And yeah, I'm prepping a video for tomorrow. That specific video will be about AMD changing their pricing on their CPUs. And what I'm going to do is we're going to build a couple of computers, one with a 13th gen, one with a 12th gen. Not actually build it. We're going to do it on Newegg or something. So a 13th, 12th, 7th, 7000 series from AMD and the 5800X3D. We're going to look at the benchmarks that people have posted, and then we're going to be able to see which one is the best bang for the buck, because it looks like now that the price has been reduced, and yes, I know it's hard to find, but now that the 5800X3D has been reduced in price, in terms of gaming, it might be the catch. All right. Their move to work with system integrators is very, very smart. Seamless, yeah, absolutely. Honestly, for me, I'm waiting for the start of next year when both companies release their lowest power heat parts. That's a good idea to do. Thoughts on HyperRX, especially for VR or stable gaming? Yeah, I just spoke about it. I think that if you go back, you'll be able to see it, but I think it's a great idea, and it leverages all of the features that AMD was already pushing. If you want encoding battle, that's going to be interesting, because the fact that the CPU and the GPU can work in tandem to do encode, decode, and to do transcode is going to be sick to see. All right, guys, take care. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay frosty, my dudes. I can't stop the camera by myself. Hold on, I'll just do it again, and I'll have my hand on the thing to stop streaming, okay? Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Stay frosty, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Oh, click right here to see the latest video, right here to subscribe. I don't know if that works for live streams, but if it does, I'll put it up there. Take care.